Facts about hamsters you probably didn't know. No doubt, they are some of the most beloved pets in the world. But what do you really know about these fur balls? For example, why do people like having them as pets? The most obvious reason might be that they look cute and are easier to care for than, say, dogs like corgis. But the flip side of that is that they don't live as long as dogs do. On average, hamsters have a life expectancy of 2 to 3 years. In addition, a hamster bite can carry salmonella, a bacterial disease that affects the intestines. You can also get it through indirect contact with an infected object. But if you really want to keep it at home, don't let these things stop you. More than anything else, knowing all these facts about hamsters will help you learn the pros and cons of keeping them as pets. In fact, one clear advantage is that they are easy to toilet train because they like to keep their space clean and tidy. In fact, you can train a hamster to potty in one place. This is because they usually defecate in one place, whether they live inside or outside the enclosure. Whether or not you want to get a hamster as a pet, the article below has some fascinating facts about hamsters to help you understand them better. Not all hamsters are pets. From these facts about hamsters, you will be surprised to learn that not all hamsters are suitable pets. In fact, only 5 of the 24 species can be brought home. They are Syrian hamsters, Robo or Roborowski hamsters, Chinese hamsters, Russian dwarf winter white hamsters, and Campbell dwarf hamsters. They can be found at the local pet store, and the other species live in the wild. There are many species of hamsters. Hamsters of all 24 species come in many shapes and sizes. Technically, they are rodents that come from the subfamily Chrysotini. Depending on the species, hamsters can be golden, black, honey white, yellow, brown, or even red. They usually have short tails, short legs, big eyes, wide paws, and silky fur. It is best to have separate cages for hamsters. If we compare hamsters to humans, they can be described as ambiverts. They value their space and in most cases are secluded by nature. However, there are exceptions when 2 hamsters can stay in one place. For example, robotic hamsters can be in pairs of the same species if they are related to each other. Otherwise, it would be difficult for them to adapt. Syrian hamsters can handle alcohol. Golden or Syrian hamsters are often found in northern Syria, where dry habitats are common. Because of this, they store fruit in their pouches to live off them during the cold winter months. By the time they are ready to eat, however, the fruit is already fermented. And because hamsters are adaptive by nature, they have large livers that cause them to digest alcohol quickly. This is why hamsters are commonly used as specimens for alcohol-related research. Hamsters don't actually lead nocturnal lifestyles. Contrary to popular belief that hamsters are most active at night, such as in the news, this is not true. Small mammals such as hamsters are crepuscular. This means that they are active in the twilight hours. Experts believe this is true because the insects in their normal diet are also active at that time. And since the world is still dark at that time, there is very little chance of being caught by predators. An amazing addition to our hamster facts. Some species of hamsters are threatened with extinction. According to research, not all hamster species fall into this category. However, one of the least known facts about hamsters is that Syrian hamsters were once thought to be on the verge of extinction. In the 1980s, their species was threatened by human development in their natural habitat. But in the 1990s, some were caught and reproduced. Hamsters can become pregnant again immediately after giving birth. The pregnancy cycle of hamsters is one of the shortest cycles in the mammal class. They carry litters for about 16 to 30 days. If conditions are unfavorable for delivery, hamsters may delay delivery for up to 9 days. Immediately after giving birth, they can get pregnant right away, too. The mother hamster can also eat her cubs. Under unfavorable conditions, the mother hamster may terminate the pregnancy. She may also decide to eat her cub if the father hamster is not around. Studies show that hamsters do this when they notice that the litter is too large. Why do they do this? To make sure they still have enough resources for other hamster pups. Wrong wheels can cause arthritis in pet hamsters. In the wild, hamsters love to run. But as pets, hamsters usually have small wheels that they can run on. This is an alternative way to keep them active. However, it is better if the owner buys the right size wheels. If it is too small, it can cause spinal problems, pain, and even arthritis. If the hamster notices that the wheel is too small, he may refuse to use it, and this can lead to unhealthy behavior. If you want to get a hamster as a pet, make sure you are a responsible pet owner by choosing the right wheel for your pets. Hamsters are colorblind and myopic. One of the least known facts about hamsters is that they are technically blind at birth. Only after 2 weeks, hamsters can open their eyes. But even though they already have vision, they still don't have enough leverage. Hamsters are mostly colorblind and myopic. Because of this, they use their sense of smell through their whiskers to navigate effectively. House hamsters like to sleep in flower pots and paper towel tubes. For some reason, hamsters like to sleep in enclosed spaces. That's why it's best to put flower pots and tubes in their cages. Absorbent material, such as shredded paper, is best as bedding. They also like to dig burrows, so make sure they have enough material they can use for nesting. Because of overbreeding, most hamsters develop heart disease. Hamsters are supposed to have only 3 to 5 litters in their lifetime. Since they live an average of only 2 years, childbirth is not easy for most maternal hamsters. Overbreeding is also one of the most common causes of death, as they become prone to heart failure. Unfortunately, there is no cure for this, and vet visits can be quite costly because hamsters are considered exotic animals. These facts about hamsters should somehow suggest how to properly care for pet hamsters. For some reason, hamsters like to sleep in enclosed spaces. That's why it's best to put flower pots and tubes in their cages. Absorbent material, such as shredded paper, is best as bedding. They also like to dig burrows, so make sure they have enough material they can use for nesting. Because of overbreeding, most hamsters develop heart disease. Hamsters are supposed to have only 3 to 5 litters in their lifetime. Since they live an average of only 2 years, childbirth is not easy for most maternal hamsters. Overbreeding is also one of the most common causes of death, as they become prone to heart failure. Unfortunately, there is no cure for this, and vet visits can be quite costly because hamsters are considered exotic animals. These facts about hamsters should somehow tell you how to properly care for your pet hamsters.